Where's my pen? I don't even have my my diary to write on. But I wanted to hold my pen, damn it. It's not quite a safety blanket, more of a blunt trauma weapon, but
It's heavy.
there we go. It is heavy. It's made from brass.
Girthy.
Right then, Inferno is going to be the second map. This is the pick of Fnatic. They won Tricked's pick. Tricked are playing about Hunden. They had ultimately a good showing score-wise on Nuke. They had a comeback on the CT side. They had a bad start on the T side. They won enough rounds to make something of themselves when the halves changed. They won the pistol, and off they went until Flusher just went absolutely crazy. Not much you can do when Flusher goes nuts. Now, we move to Inferno, a map everyone is familiar with, a map everybody plays. Do we think there's a chance for Tricked?
No, I don't think so. I think the map nuke was their chance to win if they want to steal a map from Fnatic,
Okay.
but I don't think so.
You don't think so?
They can do it.
Dan, how do you feel about this?
Yes, same really. I think on this map you kind of need more star power. If you don't have that, you need more. You need clean, clean tactics and routine and drills. And without Hunden, I feel like that's a bit weaker. So, and Fnatic are really good at the mid rounds. They're really good at gamble stacking and understanding like how to guess and work off the guesswork while playing really passive setups and making it very difficult for you. Like they're really tricky on this map, I would say, because they also don't play it. I feel like they play their own style
Absolutely
as well. And at the very top elite level, there's not really many teams that can get away with that, but Fnatic can.
All right then. Well, it will be an interesting one. 9 on the server at the moment. We are soon to begin this game of Inferno. It is. It's. I suppose it varies. It's hard to predict like how well Tricks might do because the in-game leader is missing. You still have because we've seen with other teams. For example, like when Cold was on MIBR, he was doing some mid and late round calling. I'm sure that's true for many teams. If you have players who will, if they absorb the communication and they have a good idea for the feel of a round and of a game and momentum and where people are trying to set the tempo, like, I mean, when Fnatic are being abusive, there's not much you can do, but we don't know in terms of comms how much is done mid and late round by the other players, if Hunden has a final say or so on. So it can vary from team to team in how strong they could be with the in-game leader missing, essentially. So it'll be an unpredictable one. I don't think we can write it off again. Any one game can be won, but of course it's not going to be easy by any means, and it will or it should be a lot more difficult not having Hunden there. But maybe there's something to be done. There was some warm-up required for some of their players in that game of Nuke, and they were all finishing hot, even though they lost the last few rounds. So Bubsky had a surge on the CT side. He was suddenly second top from the fragging, so he definitely picked up the slack when things went over. So perhaps they come into this with a better start. If they win both pistols, then who knows? There's lots of questions to be answered, right?
You never know in CSGO, especially pistol round. It's harder to guarantee those 3 rounds because people like the force buy, especially in a map like Inferno. You can expect a lot of force buying on that second round for both teams, especially if you have the bomb down planted.
Sorry.
No, that's it. Go ahead.
For you, finish. What I think is interesting is that one of the originally amazing things about watching Fnatic, the original identity of Fnatic, where they had the Pronax era, where they're super dominant and everything, was the fact that JW could just walk around, just do whatever the hell he wanted to do with the AWP. And then he would die, but it was cool because you had Flusher, you had Olafmeister, you had Crims, like just these steady defensive players, or players that would play very well defensively. And I feel like Fnatic actually has this lineup where they can do that again. They can almost like sack JW, just let him just be absolutely just insane, do whatever the hell he wants, because everybody else is so solid, and they all play very smart.
Still waiting for my Talon knife to be sold on the market. Oh!
Oh! What was that?
Did he just give up? He thought he was dead? JW was just standing there watching for a while. That's an important pistol round. You want to start on the CT side. He just gave up on life. He thought he was done for. That was actually hilarious to watch. But yeah, what's I gonna say? I don't know what knife I want to get once I sell the Talon. I was looking at the Ursus knives because all the knives I have left, I love them. but I don't know.
What gloves?
No, I'm happy with gloves. My gloves are amazing.
How many do you have? Just one?
Yeah, I used
Get
to have 2.
gloves.
I used to have 2, but now I've got 1. Anyway, talk about it more later. Tricked her on a T side after I lost, losing a crucial knife round, a tense knife round where there was some giving up happening. Well, JW had half a chance, didn't want to give the whole game away. He will be flanking these players in the boiler position. And that will be brief. 4 headshots on the 5 players. JW and Brolan get the... I'm not sure if Brolan took any damage there. Let's see if he spends $350. Anyway.
Surprised JW wasn't spotted in the halls or in the window room while Tricked was rushing up alt. That play by JW just pretty much gave Fnatic that round because he could call all the numbers.
Information, visualization, shots in the back of the head. Acor will press the bell. Don't forget to press the bell when you subscribe on the YouTube so you can get notifications when there are videos and other things. Click the bell. HE down mid. Oh my god. I need numbers on this. That's way too much maths, but that's got to be the most devastating HE I've seen in recent memory. That's like... That's over 200 damage. It's like 230, 240 damage, I think.
Yeah, that's close to 250.
Impressive. All the assists. Brolan is an assist machine. That's got to be 240 plus.
Let's see the nade stats. I want to see the damage.
271 in 2 rounds, so I don't know if there was any damage in the previous one, so I'll just take that as that round. 271 damage from 1 HE grenade. I don't know if the Molotov's included, but either way, absolutely glorious. And now the game really begins. 259 damage, thank you, Eamon. That is colossal. And there's more damage to be done as more HEs will fly down mid, and Bubsky will be victimized once again. Not starting well on Inferno, it seems. 34 HP before anybody will be seen. Brent trying to make a play, trying to avoid the flashes as he swings on mid. They'll be spotted and swatted by Acor, and Crims will fall down the stairs. That's not comfortable. Nothing but sharp edges on those stairs. JW will walk by his body and try to do what he can, but they've left the balcony. He'll have some time cues in mid. We've got Flusher fighting at the bottom of mid. So it's an interesting position for Fnatic, but now Flusher's loss, it's made it a lot less interesting.
If one of his teammates could have just gotten a kill, or one of their plays was successful, you feel like JW was just ready to win the round for them.
He's very sneaky, and something you got to watch out when you play against Fnatic is that if you kill one of his teammates, expect JW to be lurking right behind him. He's a sneaky guy, very sneaky.
Yeah, we'll have the first round won by Tricked. So straight in there for the round wins, always very good. Fnatic have managed to spend all their money. They will not allow Tricked to have any freebies. The Deep Smoke will commit some additional utility from Tricked. And they will retake Banana relatively quickly. There's a flash for Bubsky to go peeking with. He's going to go quite deep for this one, and the smoke comes in time. A bit of a gap though. Man, I remember the old Inferno with the kind of like little kind of porch thing on the left side there, and there's like narrower as well. Much easier to see the smoke off. Tricked have taken top mid as well, so the default's been seen. But how did Fnatic read this one? Okay, well they've lost one towards A, so they need to start making some plays here. JW can't see Nico with that angle. He will get punished. 3 players left here for Fnatic, they're out of position. Don't know what they're going to be able to do from this. Oh my god. Did Bubsky even see Flusher?
That looked too easy for Tricked.
Yeah, it did.
Unfortunately for Fnatic, Brolan was kind of stuck at the hay bales, and his position almost baits him into losing everything as opposed to saving, because maybe there's a chance he opens up the round. They have to be there in case he does. So they'll all be a magnet to an exploding bomb in that respect.
Wow.
They'll lose all their money.
That's rough.
4 USPs, P250 and smoke on deck for Brolan. There goes the chicken. I saw a video on Reddit recently where there was a pop flash play and the flashbang went behind the chicken and it didn't blind the player because the chicken was in the way.
That's amazing.
So the guy who threw the pop flash died.
That's pretty ridiculous.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? So Rops has been blocked from opening a door in second mid by a chicken and dying from it, I think twice. And they block flashbangs as well.
Just take him out of the game, Valve. You don't need him here in competitive play. You don't need chickens.
They're going nowhere, and you know it.
They need to go. Just like that orange soccer ball.
Bubsky looking to hold on to construction. Footsteps will be heard. We've got a bait set up with JW. Has he got his knife out? Of course he does. Of course he does. This is why. JW is basically why I do all the things I do. Oh, he's going to turn around and face the sights again.
Don't shoot, JW. I know you want to.
Oh, he's facing. You see, JW is basically responsible for my entire playstyle. I play at maximum JW all the time. So when you see me go for all these knife kills and so on, you can see why he is my inspiration. That's why there's a Fnatic sticker on my Medusa AWP. It's because of JW.
It's got to bait your team for a knife.
Absolutely. Especially when it's the Bears. Collateral damage is accepted.
Lost a couple rounds. But it's okay. At least you get your knife kill eventually.
Would you put a JW sticker on a knife though, if you could?
No, I think I think I'm the pinnacle of knife kills. So why put someone else's name? They should be putting my name on their knives.
Oh my god, there's so many flames. Oh.
Okay.
Yikes. Bubsky, he is...
That was an interesting decision.
He's received the rabies shot, James.
And then some.
Double rabies. The ultimate rabies.
That was pretty rough. He kind of went back into the flames. I don't know if he thought they were going to go a lot sooner, but that did indeed end in disaster. So it will be a 4 versus 4 as the meat and potatoes of the round gets kicked off. The initial fire has come and gone. We've got Scorched Earth on Banana and a crossfire for Fnatic. 1 minute on the clock for Tricked. They have 1 flash. Low flashes is a problem, so they'll probably commit straight into this. There's the first Molotov, there's the flashbang gone. Second volley is out, but counter flashes will be a problem. Nico and Acor remain pushing through the smoke. They have cleared the site, however. It's a rotation from Banana for both of the remaining Fnatic players.
Tricked may split up a little bit here. You can see they're not playing together at the back of the bomb side. They are going to be looking for Fnatic to potentially be coming from CT as well. They don't know that it's for sure both from Banana. He does take some damage there, and Brolan knows he has to go fast. Pulls out the AK. Can he find the next player though? One is in dark. Just go for it. No idea where they are. Very difficult. Very marginally, I mean, that round was won by the slimmest margin for Tricked. You know, Fnatic just get 1 more kill on the defense, which looked like it was going to happen. Then the round is probably not going to go Tricked's way, but they do manage to win it, and they've put Fnatic in a pretty bad spot in terms of money.
Yeah, Trick doing a good job of taking control of the banana. One of the staple points of this map. Who controls the banana controls the winning condition.
He who controls the spice controls the universe.
The spice?
Yeah, it's
That's a drug on the street, Stan. Why would you...
It's a June reference.
JW's got a Zeus. Which way does he peek? Oh, he's missed! We've all been there. Everything JW's doing is everything I do every game, basically. Try and kill people with his Zeus and fail almost every single time. Get the knife kills and other such nonsense. Brolan and Golden remain in this 2 versus 4. Golden's tagged, down to 30 HP. He's got 2 plays to deal with, and he will be dealt with. Brolan will hold on to the AK, or try to. Nothing else he can hope to do in this game. It's weird in T-Spawn, a lot of places you try and throw a weapon away, it won't let you. For example, if you try and throw it into that stream, there's an invisible wall, and you will be denied.
Really?
Yeah, I spent a long time trying to dispose of weapons, then it just bounced back.
When was that? When did they add that wall?
Ages ago.
Like a year ago? 2 years ago?
A long time ago.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you could throw stuff over into the lake.
I'm pretty sure you can't. You would think so.
You would think
but again,
so.
there are invisible walls where you can stop a play model from going. Different ones to stop a weapon or a bomb, for example. So yeah, I've tried to be weapon disposal service down there and had a great difficulty in doing so. 5-2. 5 rounds in a row for Tricked. Having a much better time of things on the T side of Inferno versus the T side of Nuke. But Fnatic have a big buy now. 2 AWPs, Flusher and JW with the long scopes.
When in doubt, op it out. JW does pick off a core. The opposing team opper. Easy first kill.
That's a huge frag. Acor, such a big name for Tricked. Seems to still be under the radar at the moment, but I'm sure we will be hearing a lot about him in the future.
Well, the second AWP has been discovered as well. And it's a shutdown. Fnatic crushing this round. Everyone dying one by one for Tricked. Can't get anything going. Seems like the double AWPs were a great choice. And this is one of the things I was mentioning in the first map, is just that Fnatic has a bunch of different gears to go to. They can play a variety of ways. And they press that big red button, the panic button, and 2 AWPs were purchased, and they deliver. So there you go. Clean round for Fnatic, that's exactly what they needed. And they will move up to 3 against the 5 of Tricked.
So Trick knows that they're playing against 2 ops. Now I want to see what they call here. I wouldn't mind seeing a hall pop. Make it harder for the ops to smoke some flashes to actually retake site, or B, take with full utility, make the CTs play retake. There's a full set piece somewhere, either halls or B. What would be my choices?
Well, Acor, he fights fire with fire, AWP against AWP. He will be successful. Oh dear. You have to be so careful standing there. If a TK... Oh my god! How did he even escape? What is happening, Bubsky? He's rabbit!
Told you, man, he's coming in hot. Had some difficulties with fire on Blana previously, but he's made it to 10 frags and taken a lot of map control for his team, who starts to stream in. Nico could go for the deep smoke, a grenade, but they've gone for the short one. I think there was an opportunity to go for that deep one. It does come with risk, though. And they will choose not to take it. Brolan and Crims move back to the A sites. Already being hunted by half the remainder of Tricked in this round. There's a meeting of the minds on lane. But Roger will lose it. Shush, though, has a lot of information now. 2 scopes for Fnatic, so one must be careful. How much do you want to invest into this? There'll be flashbangs. After planting the bomb on B, there'll be a take of the A bomb site by Tricked. They want the entire map, and they will take it. 6-3 for Tricked. No consecutive round for Fnatic, but they may be able to buy once again. Somehow Brolan's got $10,000 despite only winning 1 round of the last 7.
Impressive, to be honest. And great picks by Tricked here. Can't believe Fnatic gave up those 2 early picks. I can't even think that JW peaked again in the same angle. 2 rounds in a row is very, very risky. Then again, you could say JW things, right? He loves the risk. He's putting everything on black.
There's clean 90-degree sweeps from Bubsky. Look away from nades to then turn to face his opponents. It looks like the nades will work out for Fnatic this time. They're going really, really far with it. They're taking deep control on Banana once again. Flusher, he may go through this. He has a small gap to work with. Jumps around the corner. Acor hits a headshot whilst Flusher's midair with the AWP. Pretty crazy stuff going on here.
I love it.
And JW is the only AWP for the CT side. They may really enjoy JW playing B. If they're going to have anyone solo on B, but it's golden. He's playing retake effectively from this position. He's got the smoke. He's going to drop the smoke. The rotation comes through already.
Even when it fails, I love Fnatic being Fnatic. One of the unique needed, necessary identities in Counter-Strike. 4 versus 4 now. They try to burn down the clock. They still have 3 smoke grenades, Fnatic. So Tricked are actually in a hell of a lot of trouble right now. Although, Golden is the only person towards B, and that smoke grenade's just been deployed, so the last one will be on Brolan deep on the A bomb site. Tricked seem to be holding on to their position. Golden has no grenades left, and with 24 seconds, Tricked will start to stream in. No one's going to get anywhere close to the well in time to throw a pop flash for Golden, who's standing in the flames and blind. He will fall to the flames with his eyes closed. Now what do Fnatic choose to do? They fully go for this. Brolan's got a smoke and a century, so he can smoke off CT. Put the Molotov towards the dark spot. Does JW go for the elevated plant shot? No, just a lower one. He won't get anything out of that. Maybe spotted a player towards New Box. Brolan's deployed his incendiary. There's some trajectory for JW to work with, but someone has to hold his left.
And everyone's dead. Very well played by Roji, just locking things down there right at the end. It was a desperate retake. You know, they really needed Golden to be able to get a kill, but he was so exceptionally blind, and then obviously just burning to death. There's fire everywhere as well, so nothing you can do about that. Beautiful shot from Acore. It's kind of fun that Flusher went for that play, but obviously it did not end up working out for Fnatic whatsoever, and they will be on a half buy. Trick doing far better than I expected.
Yeah, me too.
So much better than I expected.
For Fnatic, what do you have to do here? They try and go for these fast picks at the early of the round. It's not paying off. They're pulling good off angles. Punishing Fnatic. Like babies.
Babies get punished?
They do.
How many babies have you got?
I have 0 babies.
No kidding.
Probably for the best at this point. Bubsky is going to expose himself before the smoke goes up, and look, again there's a gap. We've seen this from so many different teams. Lack of consistent smoke grenades on CT of the B bomb site. The funky floor with the pretty flowers and such, the cobblestones causing problems for many people. Smoke grenades. This has to be reviewed by analysts. And there are 2 pistols remaining for Fnatic. Safe to say this half has been a disaster so far for the Swedish team, and it looks to get worse. Golden has a CZ75. Brolan had a look, nothing doing. Does he opt to hold on to his Kevlar, or will they continue to reaggress?
I mean, it could be worth it to try to get another kill slash find a gun for Golden, but in fact they're just gonna go for it with a flashbang. Golden's in the side, but there's a 3-player pit setup, which is going to be easily dealing with the attack from Fnatic. And Fnatic, are they the ones pausing? Presumably so.
Might be a tech pause.
They should call timeout, though.
Bubsky's lagged out, that's why there's no team at the top. It's a technical pause. Very promising for Tricked.
Honestly, JW walking in the apps with the AWP. It's walking down to second mid.
I'm wondering if Fnatic is overthinking things, because we saw them the other day. They had more of a passive CT setup as on the CT side, but now they're kind of mixing it up, having fast peaks, being kind of wild, but it's not paying off. It's not as good as their passive setup. So curious to see if they're trying to make sure that they don't get anti-strat in any way, but still not working for them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if there's an adaptation.
It's going to be rough. Look how much money Tricked have.
Yeah.
Rolling in their cash.
No defusers. I mean, pretty much every round won by elimination.
Oh yeah, let's look at the knives. Let's look at the knives. That's such a crazy color. This has got to be a super expensive knife. Wow, Nico's not messing around. The quality of those gloves, they're actually better than mine. These are the gloves I have, but there's like 1 mark on mine and one of the diamonds. But his look perfect. Those are not cheap gloves, I assure you people. They're not cheap. There are some interesting slaughter patterns to be had.
Oh god,
There are
it's got my
names.
knife.
There are names for them, but I don't know what those names are. But like this, I don't know if that's like a diamond pattern or something. But you got the players flexing with the nicer slaughter patterns.
Yes, look at that, James.
That's your knife, Dan.
Yeah, that one too.
Nice.
Flush and golden. They want to be like me.
Remember Flusher around the accusation times got rid of his knife and has had stock ever since. He's doing it at the potato. Maybe he visualizes himself as Rambo, you know? He's just out there with the bare minimum of equipment just smashing everybody.
Maybe.
I always think of Flusher when I see the stock T knife. Don't see it too often in professional games. This is probably the best knife of the bunch. I mean, what color even is that?
Is it sapphire?
It's a bright purple.
There's a little
To
blue
me.
in there.
Because you have some deeper blues, but that's like a bright purple,
There's a light blue in there.
almost an electric purple. There's some blue for sure.
How much?
It's called purple.
I have no idea. I would say probably over $2,000,
Really?
maybe 3 or 4.
God damn.
JW and Olofmeister have extremely valuable knives, for sure. Olof's got those those rubies. The Ruby M9 is nice.
They could get a Crimson Talon. If they give
Oh,
me
yeah?
a DM.
Yeah.
It's
Slide
good,
into De Bez's PayPal.
I'll sell them a good, great knife that no one will have.
I'll buy it.
You buy it?
$100?
No. Well, you gotta go way up.
$200?
It's like a small house payment to buy the knife.
My Talon's on the
I'll
market
pay
for
you
$230.
weekly installments of $1.
I need at least 500 smoothies if that's the case.
That's a lot of sugar.
It is.
You won't
Over time,
live to see the even 200 movies, I don't think.
I get diabetes. Lifetime of smoothies.
Well, hopefully we will have a return soon. I'm going to be flying these drones soon. I say these drones. That one. The one with the red propellers. The one at the very front I've broken in a few different ways. And that one is a death trap, which needs a lot of work, which I can't be bothered to do right now. I must unsolder many things, a great many things, and then resolder. So that'll be a long-term project. This is like the Ferrari drone. But it's like it was just broken, never came out of the shop working.
How come it's considered a Ferrari drone?
Because all the parts are really high end. Basically, these are off-the-shelf
this one?
drones. That one, yeah. So I built that one myself, but there are things which are hanging off the side, which should be hanging off the back, and are kind of in the way of the propellers. So there we go. So hopefully I won't be flying my drone into a tree this weekend.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
No, I don't want to get covered in ash.
Is this in London or in LA?
In LA.
Yeah.
So where we fly, all those, like with all the fires that are going on, the biggest, the like ginormous one, where we fly, where Westworld used to be filmed, all that stuff, that's where we fly.
Oh.
So all the trees are covered in ash.
Is it in Calabasas
essentially.
area? Like
It's near Calabasas, yeah.
Okay. It's a good hour drive for
Yeah, it is.
droning. Okay.
Yeah, it's
respect
good.
the hustle.
Yeah, we get the Spotify on the go. But I flew it very high into the tree, and I had to climb. I refused to. No, I'm not going to leave it there. So I had
Well,
to
I
go
mean, it's a
grab it.
nice piece of equipment. Why would you leave
Yeah.
it?
Use my danger zone drones.
You should have a ladder in your car, Just bring one of those ladders.
I am a ladder.
I was
mean,
about to say,
what's the point?
Seen the size of him?
It's, yeah, that was interesting. But there'll be more drone flying this weekend. But almost, well, my journey here has almost come to an end. Back to London soon. Dan's
we're
staying
facing
here though.
bugs
Dan
at
lives
night.
here. For those of you who don't know, if you want his address, let me know. I'll give it to you. How have you enjoyed? How long have you lived there for now?
Since the end of December last year, I think.
So what is your?
So.
How would you? What do you think of your stay to date?
It's really nice. One thing that's really nice is to come back to California, to California's climate, because no matter where you are in the world, and whatever season they're experiencing, you come back here, it's just like the same, basically. It's just nice.
Desert.
It's just nice. Just clear blue
Consistent.
skies, sunny,
Yeah.
and warm. And if you've just been somewhere that's miserable and cold and grey, that's kind of nice.
Mm.
And also, I mean, the one downside of LA is the traffic is just outrageous. Outrageous.
It's way too much. We need those tubes,
Yeah.
Just hop right in there. Go,
I just can't imagine that's going to happen, man.
It should happen. It should have
I
something.
mean,
We
if you
need
talk to
something other
if you
than
talk to
guard.
Lurpis, he's not convinced, right? He's not convinced. But I could just see all I can think of is mechanical failures.
Yeah.
What if you get stuck? Then what? What if it
Oof.
stops working? It's not like you can drive off. You just got to sit there,
It's true.
right? So
You're talking about the Boring Company.
Yeah.
And then the. What I haven't seen an update for that with that in ages. Has there been any updates?
I don't. I
What's
mean,
that?
I mean,
No.
I think he's talking about ideas, but I'm not convinced. I saw him saying yesterday to MKBHD that he's going to contribute like 1 million trees to some tree project, which is cool, especially with the Amazon getting wrecked. So that's good.
It's like an afternoon though.
Potentially.
You know, just have one of those things, have seeds, and just fly
Maybe we
over
should do
some
that.
lands.
Do you know, I really want to. I want to make one of those containers from Danger Zone to put under one of the drones.
Do it.
Or we could put like poles, which look like the strings which carry stuff.
Mm.
I'm really enjoying Danger Zone, man. It's a lot of fun.
I want to play more.
It's a lot of fun.
Maybe we could play when you're in Europe. Even though I'll have 150 ping,
Potentially.
I'll sacrifice.
I bought 2 Bravo cases. You know, Bravo cases, okay, I mean, we might as well talk about skins now. Bravo cases are the cases that have the fire serpents in. And right now on the market, they're about £17. So they're about $20 each. So I bought 2 of those cases. And I said to myself, when I win a danger zone, a solo danger zone, I'll open one of those cases.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to help
Just for
you
fun.
make that a reality.
Well, you can't because it's solo.
I thought it was duo.
Yeah, but those boxes are for solo wins. The solo wins are the real wins. The duo wins, you know, it's too easy, man. We would annihilate people in duo. When you're trying to win solo, it's really fun because you get all these weird scenarios where basically, for most of the game, if you kill only one player, but you don't find the other player, then they can respawn. But each time you frag one of them, the respawn is longer from the helicopter. And sometimes, if they choose a bad spawn point from the helicopter, you can shoot them before they even land, and you can kill the same guy like 3 times, which is it's just hilarious, just griefing at that point, which is fantastic. But then ultimately, like they will eventually get their revenge on you sometimes. So there's a lot of fun things going on in Danger Zone. I love it, man.
I didn't know that you couldn't respawn now. Is
Yeah.
that new?
If you're in a duo, basically, if you eliminate the squad before the guy respawns, then you know. So I think that makes it an interesting challenge. Playing solo in Danger Zone, it's a lot of fun trying to find out where the other player is. I played a couple where the guy had a drone which was he controlled a drone and was following me around, so the drone was above my head, and the girl was with a USP in some bushes. He was just using the drone to spot where the enemy was, and it just like pinging me. I had no idea where I was getting shot from, and I met both of them afterwards on a KZ server, which was hilarious. But there we go.
You guys talk after that? You know, add each other in Steam friends?
No.
No.
We're all regulars on the same KZ server. That's enough.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little casual.
That's enough. Yeah, I don't add too many people to my. I get like 20 Steam requests every day from just random people.
Do
and
you
there's
feel bad for saying
There's a few
like, no?
people who have tried to add me like 20 times, but they never explain why. If they just typed why, maybe they would be accepted, but they don't. They just keep adding all the time. It's like, well, if you know.
Right.
I'm not going to just suddenly accept you. You could add me 100 times. If you can't even explain why, I'm not going to do that, you know. So
A quick side note, something cool actually. So we had this Serbian video editor called Zero Cool is his nickname, or Georgie. He remastered some super old Quake videos, James. He found all the original demos and just like did it in the same style, but just like obviously good quality.
Oh really?
And imagine if someone would do that with CS, some of the CS videos.
No, he sometimes makes highlights for me. He
Really?
downloads a demo. He just sends me a link to this video, like, and it's just like this overproduced flying camera stuff for
Really?
like a 4K or something. Yeah, he sent me one like with all kinds of stuff on it, but I didn't put it on my YouTube. But I've got it somewhere, which I just thought was hilarious.
Nice.
Maybe I'll put it on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's,
he's really fast at editing stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's really impressive.
Oh, actually, well, since we have a delay here, one of the things we're going to do today is look at the FACEIT platform. But yesterday we looked at FPL. Today we look at the next best thing to FPL, which is my stats page, obviously, to see how things have been going. So it's been steady, actually. I've been like 5 to 7 points away from making it to level 5 a number of times. We lost a 31-point match yesterday, though, on Cash, which we should have won. Cash has got some weird issues on it, though.
A lot of FPS
You
issues.
played really bad.
Yeah, so look, I'm level 4 now. Making it to level 5 eventually. By the way, you can see my
Where's
groups
it?
there. You see Bard off stream EU and Bard off stream NA.
Where's the Elo?
We'll get there in a second. You see those hubs. Join them if you want to play. There's almost 1,000 people in the EU hub. Basically, if I'm streaming in Europe and 9 or more people queue in my European hub, then I'll just go and play with those guys. So if you want to play with me, then that's how you do it. So we played, that overpass loss was against basically X Singularity. 4 of their players were on there. We got a little smash in that game, but I mean, we should get smashed in that game. So it is what it is. I did do loads of stupid stuff though, but we haven't had a 14 loss streak for a while. So we're slowly going up.
Show the Elo.
The losses are not terrible. You could mouse over the Elo, I think.
Yeah.
There we go. So 12-13. So some of the peaks
Nice.
are like, I think it's 12:51 to make it to level 5.
Yeah. Yep.
So I've got as close as
We just need 2 games.
12:47 or
2
something.
games. We can do 2 games.
We can. So I want to play some Mythic Silver before I go away. I'm stuck in Mythic Bronze at the moment, and I have been for a bloody long time. How many matches do I have?
We should queue Mythic together.
2,329. I still have people memeing. They look at all the pages. They got the stats for the FACEIT helper, like 2,000 matches, and well, it was level 2 for a while, but now it's level 4 at least. So we're getting there. Target's level 7. We'll take it from there. But
When,
we're
Target's
getting
10.
when do you get to go silver? Is it you have to get 5 first?
level 5
Okay.
for Mythic Silver.
When you
yeah.
get it, we should queue it together because maybe we'll get on separate teams. That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
We had I think, was it you I was playing against, where there were 2 people in the office and we were both solo queuing in premium, and one was behind me. I think it was you. And I put like a wall, I put like a monitor box or something between us. That was funny. But
oh yeah, that was a long time ago. That was a really long time ago.
the
That was like a year
the
ago or
problem for
something.
me with playing in bronze is that it's level 1 to level 4, and that's such a huge discrepancy that it's a bit gambly.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to, so I'm trying to limit the variance. So, but the same can be said, like, you know, with when you get to silver, you got the lower and the higher, and there's still variance in terms of game knowledge and so on. But there we go. But it's fun, man. If you're in North America, you should play in Mythic League. For Europe, ECL is good as a hub. However, I don't like that you can queue as a group. Like if you're 2 people, you can queue together. Or I don't know if you can queue as 3 people, but I think it should be solo queue only. I think that gives a significant advantage, especially at the lower ranks. If you're having 2-man setups, I think you can do a lot with that versus some noobs. I don't think that's too fair. I'm not a fan of that.
It's a team game, though, James.
It is a team game, but again, if you don't have somebody to queue with and the other team do, I feel like that's a significant disadvantage. So I appreciate your suggestions, the Bears. But still, I think it should be solo queue only. But I will hop into some ECL when I'm back in Europe, which is soon enough. Marvelous. Okay, well, I don't know what's happening with this player, so we're going to go to a break, and when we're back, we should have 10 players on the server, and we shall resume the proceedings. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. We'll see you back here in hopefully just a few minutes.
Nobody's gonna understand why you still feel the way you do. Even on my lonely days, I know that I am still loved. It's pretty often that I feel I just don't fit in, and that's okay, 'cause everybody's different, and not everything works out. Sometimes I just need to step back and value who I am. Sometimes I miss where I come from, but I am glad to be here. Up and down, around and back again, year after year. Nobody's gonna save me, nobody but myself. So I better get to it. Money don't mean shit. All that matters is what I leave behind. Money don't mean shit. All that matters is what I leave comes to healing. Nobody's gonna understand why you still feel the way you do.
Welcome back. We apologize for the delay. There's an internet outage, and it seems to be the case that it is resolved at this point, and we will resume the game from where it was. And as you can see, 8-3 in favor of Tricked. Honestly, actually, it was pretty much all Tricked. Fnatic didn't really have not really had any success at all. Obviously, beyond the pistol, they won a single round, and that was when they brought up the double ults. But beyond that, it's been pretty rough.
It has indeed. And here we go. So all the momentum was going the way of Tricked, and it will continue in such a fashion. 3 rounds in a row for them. Well, I say it will continue. We don't know how it will continue. Maybe that long break will change things as Fnatic are on a bye once again. An AWP for JW and 4M4A4 for the remainder of the squad. Both teams well equipped in terms of utility, and we see the initial exchange on Banana. Bubsky will not want a repeat of the Molotovs that he fell to earlier on. Prolang's got a chance for 1, 2, or 3. There'll be 0, but Crims will try to do what he can. The bomb falls towards lane as they head towards the arch area. There's a flick from JW, and Crims is still holding things down, as Crims often does. 2 versus 4 very quickly. JW will get traded. There's Bubsky alone now. Can he find these performances he had late on in Nuke? Going for the taps towards Library, but there's still rotation coming in from Fnatic. Moving towards a graveyard position, double peak rather, is ready around double stack, but Golden will be enough. A very fast round, and Fnatic are back on the scoreboard.
Quick round from Tricked. Trying to sneak up that middle right there, but Fnatic good crossfires, good setup. JW getting a couple kills. Let's make it look easy here. Well, Fnatic looking to gain some traction on their CT side. They need some at least 2 more rounds to even compete off of their T side.
Well, we'll see if they can get them. Jay's got the Krieg, a bunch of AK-47s for Tricked. It looks so vulnerable by that tree position. The HEs though don't go where they may have otherwise. Flush looking at the headshot position by the logs. They'll get one. Golden, they don't realize that someone else is there. It's Bubsky. Could have got 2. There is a charge from Tricked, and Golden might be in trouble here.
So 4 versus 4, the resets, and Tricked will make their way towards the A site. Fnatic don't really have any info. They seem like they will be content to play a 2-2 setup, leaving Crims towards Arch just in case there is a play through towards the Arch position, a wrap towards B. I'll try to re-smoke that, but they will go beyond the smoke. Nice headshot comes in from Crims though. Falls back and away. He's going to go for more, and he might just get it. Pretty taking a lot of attention, slowing them down a lot. And Brolan is on the bomb site itself, and here he is, ready and waiting. He's been spotted now. How much damage can he do? He might be looking for another player. Still searching. They don't know if there's anyone else here. Fnatic will have a rotation in. The bomb has to go down. 20 seconds to do so. There it is. There might be a retake in this for Fnatic. There is no post-plant utility for Tricked, which means that Tricked cannot slow Fnatic down in terms of them getting position onto the site.
They have position though with players in the pit, and that is a huge problem to deal with. They call start the proceedings. Roche falls to the flames. Now, can they identify where Shush is? As you can see, only A-Core is showing. So worst case scenario, they will look everywhere else for Shush if they can finish off A-Core, but with JW alone, still looking for that trade fragger. This round is not going to go the way of Fnatic. We've seen that's in a number of games now where one player will bait the other for a very strong setup, and it will be the turn of Trick to benefit from it. 9 rounds so far on their T side, having a really strong start to Nuke. Crims had an opportunity, not an easy one though. Chose to avert the variance around Arch, but ultimately the round will go to Tricked anyway. What is that stat track? It is. Our fantasy. 2 rounds remain in the first half. Fnatic on the bye once again, but now we can see there are problems. Crims has a French gun, and Flusher has the UMP. The damage fall off Another drop off on that UMP is going to suck, but Akor's caught, not for the first time with that peak, by JW, just waiting for it. That's an early 5 versus 4 for Fnatic.
It's funny how both of them are happy to take those duels. I think they've each taken that duel against each other like 4 times now. I think it's 2-2 actually.
It's been a lot.
I think it's 2-2. Ooh. Bubsky gets a taste of the rapid aggression from Flusher. I gotta say, I didn't know that Bubsky had some of the ruthlessness that he's shown us today in him. I did not know that existed in his soul.
You know what's interesting in that little engagement from Flusher is that he basically emptied the entire magazine of the UMP before picking up the rifle. So in a world where maybe somebody switches out for that UMP in an engagement later on because they want some more bullets, they'll have no bullets. I don't know if it was for that purpose, but that is ultimately a scenario he created with that, which is pretty cool. Something that most people might not think about.
Either that or he's BMing him.
Yeah, probably the latter. But it equates to the same thing.
Yes.
Which I like. And sometimes, even if there's like 5 bullets left, you might not want to reload the weapon to give the extra sound. But if there's nothing in there, maybe you have no choice. Makes things even more awkward. I think we've all been in that scenario before. Last round of the first half. Trick's turn to have the shortcomings on their T side, it looks like. We'll see the Galil out for Nico. And again, Fnatic haven't had those consecutive rounds beyond the pistol. But at this point, it matters not. If they can get 6, that will be workable.
Doable.
They did look more sort of stable and confident than before the long break. And JW is on the AWP still. There's no AWP to really contest him. Could be a good nade. Yeah, it's going to do some chunky damage. 50 damage on that one. Golden has a Krieg as well. This looks really good in terms of Fnatic. Lots of chip damage done to the Tricked players. They're going to just run in with this one flashbang into the default site. How much damage can they do here? They are the loosened players. They're looking decent here. They've got a couple of smokes and flashbangs for this after plant. But look at the incendiaries and everything else on Fnatic.
Yeah, the retakes have many tools to work with. Got the lineup for the dark spots. Molotov from Brolan. We've got a flashbang well timed from Crims as well, but maybe too deep for Roj. There's a swing from Flusher in the air on the coffins, and now it's Shush alone in a 1 versus 4. They're lining up for him. It could be 3, it's 2, but the bomb will still be defused. That could have been absolutely crazy, but it will be somewhat calm enough for Fnatic to get that 6th round on the board. Who will win the pistol round in the second half? We'll find out. Oh, wait, actually, are we going to break? There's no break. Yeah, okay, never mind. We'll find out right now.
The crazy thing is that if he keeps spraying, he probably finishes the ace and wins the round. It's so insane. But you can't know that. That's so mad. They were all lining up. But I'm happy that it went the way it did, though, because I feel like we're going to get the most competitive match, Fnatic having that extra round. And Fnatic, they struggled on their T side of Nuke. Obviously, this is a very different map, but I'm looking to see if they'll have any different looks here. Flusher kind of bailed them out on Nuke.
He did. He had a pretty stellar play towards the end of that CT or T side.
Ooh, flashes for second mid, but there's nobody home.
I like this track by Tricked. Now they know that they're probably going to all B right now, and here comes the rush.
They can just go through the smoke for free, basically. Nico will take down Crims though. Cheeky play. He's got some support in construction. So Trickter already knocking at the door here. Oh, JW's got to get something here. JW's statistically one of the best pistol players. And, well, this round he's not going to be delivering too much, more than one. Brolan and Flusher have to do it all. That's a good start though from both of them. All on Flusher. 1 versus 1 against Akor. Trying to kill time. Akor does not have a kit. I don't know if there is one somewhere to be collected nearby, but that's got to be considered here. How much time can Flusher waste? He's trying to waste as much time as possible.
Amazing.
Has he done enough, though? Looks like he may well have done. All the kit is on the ground. There's no time to go back for it, though. Very well played by Flusher.
Great presence from Flusher. Or lack of presence at the same time. And Fnatic will take the pistol. They've taken both pistols now, which puts them in a stronger position. Obviously, the CT side was pretty hard for them, but now they've got a chance at that 9-9. The Force Buy is coming through from Tricked, as we can see. Those cheaper Mag 7s, $1,300 now. A better prospect. You still don't see too many of them, but this round you'll see 2. Nice price adjustment. It was a lot of money. It's got a good kill bonus, but still, it was a heavy investment for a coin flippy buy. Flusher manages to hold on. Guess it's bell rung by, I don't know if that was his teammates or not. Anyway, Golden will be taken out in Banana as well. So there's a weapon to be disposed of, I do believe. GW now in the red. Maybe he switches up for one of these Mac 10s and gives the rifles to the players who can tank some damage.
It's going to be very dangerous, actually, moving towards the 2 players. Towards Boiler and top mid. Both with Mag 7s, actually.
There we go. Mission accomplished.
That reload would have been heard by Nico. But they'll keep JW towards A whilst they go towards top Banana. I wonder if JW will push before they do. Looking for info. Looks like he's JW liking to catch at the rotation. Just 2 players to worry about on the B site. Now 1. And that's a nice shot from A-Boy. He is dangerous. Time is a problem now, and they're going to go back towards A. Oh no. JW did, like, Nico didn't move. JW has no idea he's here. He could ruin this round. There's the first one, looking for the second. Brolan will trade him out. That is key, so the bomb will go down in time. But Brolan, he's the only guy with health, so he's got to survive here. And maybe Eiko finds the timing just so close, but not quite.
A brazen 1v1 from Brolan. Knowing the rifle is top mid, but he delivers with confidence. And Fnatic can make it to 8 rounds. Expensive, but successful, and they will take successful. It has been a harsh and hard game of Inferno for them so far. Just as they made it for Tricked in the first half of Nuke earlier on.
Good play by Fnatic. JW just pretty much playing info with low HP. I like it. Allowing them to run a middle.
Tricked have got the eco buy now. The crap buy. Hot flash set up for Tricked on the B bomb sites. When do they throw it? Can't throw it too early. You know, they'll be poking and prodding from the likes of Fnatic. There's a smoke towards CT, I do believe. Flusher has got nothing to lose. He's there with Kevlar and a Glock. So if he goes down, which is a fair chance he will, there is nothing really for Trick to gain. And he's got an off angle. No one has Kevlar. Out comes the Glock. Only good for 1, but he knows the setup is towards B. A has been taken by Fnatic. Here goes the plant for double stack. All is well. All good in the hood.
Oh, goodness. Everyone's getting wrecked. Nico's found himself an 8k though, looking to get some damage in. Let's see what he can do. Oh, no. Can he make it in time? It's a full 10-second defuse. He has to hold it, but he doesn't understand. He's doing a bad time anyway. He does get the extra kill, and he might just escape the bomb.
It's a pretty expensive round for Fnatic.
Oh,
Trick had full save
It's
right
a big
there.
eco, and they were on the wrong bomb site. But the weird thing is, now in this round, on the T side, you're supposed to have that bonus buy to keep up the pressure on the CT side, which they will be lacking because most of their money is going to be spent. So with the damage Trick did, there's a great opportunity for them to take the right step forward and look to take things to train, which would be the decider if required.
Love the Mac 10 on JW. Assuming he'll go apartments. Banana. He's running banana. Oh, almost
wow.
both players. That's a lot of damage. That's a great 1-for-1 right there. And that is why the Mac 10 is amazing. You cannot do that with the AK. You can't just keep the gun out and spray whilst you're running around to chase down kills. This is very scary for Tricked. All the time in the world for Fnatic to work this. Oh, Acorn, great peek. Fnatic, meanwhile, pushing B. They've got a man in pool. Man in pool. This is, oh god, this is very scary. Roger would be suspecting such a play. He can't react in time either.
Acor always reacts in time, it feels like. He's in construction. He will keep the retake options open, but it's such a slow push from Shush. He's looking for a lurker towards the A bomb site, and you never quite know. Making his way towards CT now. Nico will hear some jumping. Distracted by that, he'll be caught off guard by Flusher on the barrels. That worked out very well for Fnatic, but again, Acor, he is so fast, isn't he? Still, we've got Shush rotating. Molly towards dark spot, forcing them forward. Flusher's taken that. There is a smoke for CT position, but it won't be needed. Shush has the defuse kit, and he will defuse. Acor picks up the AWP. He had position, he was close, he delivered the kills. And Tricked will get their first round on the board in the second half, which puts them straight back into the lead.
Just as you said, Fnatic don't really have money for a full buy here. It's unfortunate for Crims. It's nice by Trick though, because what they did was they were unsure about Banana, but they gambled towards A. They had a 3-man stack on top mid, which gave them the option to fight and push for information, as opposed to playing passive. And they got a kill, they got the information, the top mid was then clear, then Acor was able to rotate in time to keep the pressure up towards B. So it all works out. Very good round from Tricked.
That's Fnatic going to enjoy the pistols. And pistols they will enjoy, at least JW will. Start the proceedings in the right fashion. Trick do not want this to be an expensive round. They'll put 3 people on the A bomb site. Bubsky. Okay. The rifle is deep enough. Sometimes it is worth using a HE grenade to bounce a rifle away from a position where it could be picked up by the T side. You can really send rifles flying a long distance with a HE grenade. Fnatic will start to creep up, show some presence towards Banana. Flush will invite the smoke grenades at the very least, of which there's only 1 remaining on Shush in the pit. And while he fishes for something towards Banana, the remainder of Fnatic will try to abuse their numbers advantage towards the A bomb site. Now, is there a rifle, or was it disposed of earlier on? I see no rifle for Fnatic on the HUD, so it must have been dealt with potentially on the roof. 28 seconds, and it's a contact play from Fnatic. As soon as they're spotted, they will be bursting. With the time on the clock, Shush will drop the smoke grenade. No need to wait, no need to be reactive. Proactive, the best, but he's alone now. 15 seconds, and the bomb's going to be planted. There will be no sign. Tag through the smoke, they're creeping for him, but if he can hold this position somehow, make it really hard for Fnatic to win the round. Graveyard taken care of, and now Crims is alone. All 3 players are heavily tagged. Headshots will certainly help, but Acor will come up from Arch. And indeed, it will be an expensive round for Trick, but they get a consecutive round. 11-9 now.
Fnatic's doing a really good job of finding the pockets and holes in Trick's defense. We've seen it for a couple rounds right now. We saw Flusha towards B's, like sneaking in. We saw JW towards the apartments, kind of just like listening and pushing where Trick isn't. So I like the game plan of Fnatic. Make noise over here, sneak over there, and just vice versa all over the time. Just keep them guessing, keep Trick guessing where they're at.
Ooh, Acor, he's very good, isn't he? Got to steal away a frag over towards second mid. It's a nice early advantage. Bubsky is fiending for more.
Oh god.
And he's going to get himself some more. Big damage done. Is he going to stop? He's probably not, is he? If I've learned anything about Bubsky, he just wants to keep going in. There isn't... He's like the Charlie Sheen of Counter-Strike. He's only got 1 gear, James.
Charlie Sheen.
Go. And here comes this is the Hail Mary right now in this round. Fnatic, they've got to make this work into B. They've got to make the momentum happen, and they do. 2 quick kills, opens up the B bomb site, the smoke in CT, or blocking CT in time. And Tricks are going to struggle here. Oh my god, alrighty. Very
Well,
nice
that's
play,
quite a turnaround. If you look at how the round looked before Bubsky went down to now, you really wonder what happened. It's like the PCs were in an earthquake or something.
So I can shed some light. You know, in the pregame I said didn't like Hunden get rushed or like had to have a medical emergency recently. So I just looked it up. So Hunden was rushed to the hospital after playing against Sprouts in the DreamHack Winter Close qualifier yesterday. This is a couple of days ago. The 28-year-old played with a ruptured appendix, which was later removed when he got to the hospital, according to Hunden's tweet about the situation. So 4 hours after the Sprout game, he had his appendix removed. Despite dealing with physical pain, Hunden and crew defeated Sprout 2-1, and his health issue didn't affect his fragging ability.
What a beast. I wonder if he kept the appendix in a jar or something.
So you see right here,
eBay.
it's a 5-on-3 situation, and I think Trick gave up 2 easy kills after that. Like kills that they probably shouldn't have given up. Like you don't need to be pushing for info.
What did Bubsky do? Did he go through his smoke or something?
Yeah, I think he pushed.
Well, lesson learned by Tricks, and that's really dramatically changed things. Some quick trivia. So in wrestling shows, you know, somebody would get wrecked and go out on a stretcher or something, and they used to say, oh, they're being taken to the nearest hospital. But some fans would actually call hospitals and be like, is this guy okay? Obviously, he's not going to the hospital, right? So now they say medical facility instead of hospital, so as to stop people calling hospitals.
Oh, wow.
Well, Shush has managed to get a frag with his FAMAS in the apartments, it seems, in second mid. But Fnatic have made inroads towards the B bomb site. Shush has been shushed, if you will. And Crims suggests he moves away, but goes back for the re-peek and catches A-Core off guard. Smart play from Crims. His bell, however, was rung, and Nico will look to ring it again. The bomb's making its way towards B. Crims is looking for a rotation on T-ramp, and he may just get one.
If you are watching Hunden, get well soon.
Absolutely. I don't know what the recovery is like from having your appendix removed, but here's hoping it's as comfortable as can be reasonably expected.
Do you put something else in there instead? It's gonna feel weird.
You're gonna feel a little lighter.
So I guess that's a way to lose some weight.
What would you put in there, Dan?
The fake appendix.
How would a pacemaker have 2 hearts? Would that work? You know, in case one fails, you have another heart, backup
probably
heart?
just kill you, like, just a good way to probably kill yourself. If you're like pumping voltages through your
a lot of blood flow,
when it's already just functioning fine, just fine, without the assistance.
This is a big round for both teams. Not much utility for Tricked. The AWP is up for A-Core once again, and he is always important. Tying for top fragger with Nico, the stand-in for Tricked in this particular round. Crims and Flusher also at 17 frags. Everybody fragging on the server at the moment. Well, we've got some isolation from the CTs. Flusher fishing for information with a little jiggle, a wiggle. There will surely be something explosive on Banana very shortly, but who will it favor? A-Core's taken out, that's enormous. 2 AKs, Golden and Flusher opening up the B bomb site, but Roja's here as well. And again, we've got that same gap in the smoke, and that's a really significant one. If they were to push, it would surely be disastrous. Why do these gaps keep happening?
Bad crosshair placement with the smokes, or lineups of the smokes.
Like someone has to... I feel like most teams who are doing this are not aware. No one seems to be checking.
Aren't they watching their demos? Don't you have to watch after you lose? You gotta watch your demos.
Yeah, but they're not going to be watching from that angle. Oh, I suppose if they all get killed from there, then they'll know, but...
Cool thing here, though, is that they got Brolan towards A, so Tricked have made a call to stack A, because their money sucks and they want to have either a good defense or they'll just get a full save. And Fnatic will move safely into the A-bomb site. They've got some pretty good Inferno fundamentals going on here. Some good calls being made. And Fnatic starting to look really strong, actually, on this T side of theirs.
That late game They're like Manchester United. The late game is strong, it's fearsome. And Tricked will have to hold on to things on the A bomb site. Fnatic will dispose of an AWP. You can see it disappearing on the HUD, I think. Okay, there we go. Possibly thrown over the wall there. So they need not even leave Banana. They could just sit at the bottom of Banana and they'll be fine for the bomb explosion. Not sure about Flusher.
I think you'll
maybe
lose
they're
like
hunting.
1 HP and 2 HP down there, so it'd be good. They should know
Well,
that.
that's bad advice,
Why?
Eric. If you think he will have 1 HP or 2 HP,
It's around that.
that would suggest that he might have 0 HP with that kind of advice.
Well, I mean,
we
if
need
you
to be
have-
confident. We
If
need
you
to
only
know
have
exactly
2
the
HP, don't
numbers.
hide in that spot. How about that? But if he has 18, you're fine. I guess maybe if you move a step or two.
I thought you
it
were
might-
saying he would have 1 or 2 HP left.
No, it only takes away like 1 or 2 HP.
Oh, I misunderstood you. Because that would be dangerous advice.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
To make things clear, you know. Now, Trick, they're gonna probably, if they lose this match, if I was the coach for them, I'd definitely go back to that 5-on-3 situation and just drill it in their heads. You don't have to go for info if you're up 2 players. I've seen so many mistakes in the past week of these top teams making pretty much open mistakes.
Unforced errors.
Unforced errors.
Oh, well, open level mistakes?
I mean, it's maybe not that bad, but it should be a fundamental. Like, you don't need to go for info if you're up 2 players. You just don't have to.
Pop flash. That's going to force them to turn away. Their crosshairs will not be in the right place, and Brodan gets 2. The flash works one way or another. By the way, puts Tricked in a bad spot. That's a crushing way to start the round. 5 versus 3 with all the time in the world on the clock. And they split the A bomb site. The round's over. Just like we watched 3 players save in the previous round, we may watch 2 players save in this one because Bubsky doesn't have much to lose in this one. Running around with the P250, but now he's gone. Roger and Nico versus 5 will surely not want to suffer the same fate. But it looks like, I do wonder if Fnatic will plant the bomb straight away in a 5 versus 2 or try to close the net around the remainder a little bit. And then plant the bomb. Flusher has Banana. We'll see how confident they are in the positions of Tricked because there's an argument to hunt these players for sure.
Seem content to just hold up in B for now and wait for the T's to come their way. Not too much else to be said about this round. Fnatic moving to 13. That's a quick side point. I'm really looking forward to seeing Complexity when they play with their new lineup at some point.
So apparently it's Poison and then Config is the other rumored person, which is very interesting indeed because now they're a EU team.
Yeah.
By technically, and they have to go. They might have to go through the EU minor because of that situation. But isn't there a rule like if you live in the country for more than a couple months, you can play for that region's?
Well, Renegades
Minor?
always play in Asia, but maybe it's by choice.
Who? Sorry.
Renegades.
Oh.
They always play in the Asian minor, but that might be by choice because it's a much weaker field, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not aware of a rule like that. It's the first I've heard of it. Doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I saw some nose in the back there.
Probably some loophole, like their home is in Australia or whatever.
Passports. What if you've got 2
Citizenship.
passports? Place of birth, mate. Anyway, we have an exchange on Banana, and it's gone the way of Fnatic in the late game. The burst! Nico was not expecting that. Just like the last round, but in a different fashion, we got a 5 versus 3, make it 2. Very, very early. Tricked unable to hold. Fnatic are everywhere.
Wow.
There's a minute 21 on the clock, then they win by elimination.
That's so
That was
mad.
a bye round.
That's a classic Fnatic round. Okay, what are Fnatic doing this round? They're pushing everything at the same time.
CTs are giving it to them. They're kind of falling apart at this point. All peeking individually, not working together or exchanging kills. And Fnatic just abused that spread out formation by Tricked.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they can bounce back here. It's looking really good for Fnatic. They won the first round, you guys missed it. Nuke. was a close one. Trick played really well despite being a standard. They will fight Banana tooth and nail. The flushes here, as is JW ready to do the damage as they will. The confidence seems to be just ever increasing round by round for Fnatic now at this point.
Trick cannot seem to keep 5 or even 4 players alive for 25 seconds in these rounds. Just getting wrecked. The Fnatic trawler is dragging the seabed and killing all the life. The coral is turning grey. The fish are floating on the surface. All that's left is the plastic wrappers of their Mars bars.
That's disgusting, James.
Buoyant in the sea. In the ocean. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, you should play Subnautica, James. You love all the diving.
Nico's in the pit. He could still have an impact in this round. There is still something to be done here. The clock continues to tick. It's not dangerously low just yet, but he's getting some clues as Fnatic execute into the A bomb site. Trick's considering the rotation, but they're kind of leaving him to it. Be the hero of the hour, they say. But there's no response. There's nobody on the radio. There's no telegram. The pigeon does not return home. The pigeon is dead. The postman's dead. Email is dead. How else can you communicate? The torch is dead. There's no Morse code. There's no laser pen for the helicopter pilot. There's nothing.
Smoke signals. You know, you have them on top of the mountain.
Oh, like in the when there's a new pope.
Yeah.
No, there's no smoke.
No smoke.
No. You need fire for smoke. There's no fire.
What about rock arrangements?
For hiking, I don't know how much of a message it is, but there are no rocks.
What about
It's just sand.
what about using balloons?
Balloons.
There's no balloons. If there's no rocks, there's no balloons. Can't make balloons without rocks. Fnatic have almost 16k on most of their players. It has been a stonking end to, a stonking journey to the potential end of this map, as far as they are concerned. For Tricked, they've, let's play game. Let's call it not die in the first 20 seconds. I think that's been the simulator they're in, and they failed repeatedly. But maybe now they can succeed. Shush will not be deterred. He's got an AWP, sees 1D going into the pit. And look at the race from Fnatic. There's W everywhere from all concerned. Roger will hold on to Banana. Golden causing problems. Bubsky has been taken up. Through the smoke, Golden goes, and there we go. The game has failed again. Operation Stay Alive has failed for maybe the last time. And Tricks are once again in a very early 3vx. I feel like it's been the last 3, 4, or 5 rounds.
Yeah, they kind of realize that they can't give Banana for free to Fnatic, and that's kind of an inherent issue because Fnatic have just been winning those battles, and then this disadvantage is what just happens again and again. You know, perhaps Trick could try to change their setup, just like different timings on your grenades, or the way that you play 3 players there, or maybe you get the AWP peek and then just like different variants of it. Safer versions, riskier versions, but just more of a mix-up, because I think they're just kind of doing the same thing again and again.
Yeah, the mid-round Banana take's always pretty strong. Let them take car and then have some smokes, a Molotov, some flashes to really counter that and retake it. JW gets an early pick, or late pick in the middle. Going to take up the porch side, trying to throw a fake, make the rotates come and happen, but Acor, he's not buying it.
Ooh, he's so fast, isn't he? Now what? Acor's on the B bomb site, but they continue to creep. And he's been caught. No, he hasn't. It's Nico. Acor's still alive, and that's still a problem. Jiggling, and where's the swing? The bomb's in fact heading towards the A bomb site. That's the answer. Acor being entertained on B, but there's just about time to jump on double stack and planterize the bomb doors. There it is by the barrels. JW with position. He's got the diagonal angle in library, and Acor will go down Banana. Probably running to his doom. He is fast, however, but how do you find the second player? Never mind the first. JW creeps up Arch. And he is going to knife him, isn't he? JW is going to knife Acor.
He's right behind him on the radar.
Show me. Oh, God. Look at him.
No.
Brolan says no. No more nonsense. Some respect for the opponent. And it will be 16-11. And these highlights are brought to you by NVIDIA.
Well, it was a slow start for Fnatic on the CT side. They struggled to find their footing. It was an impressive T side from Trix. Bubsky, you can see just the kind of shenanigans that he got up to, the confidence that he had. But it just changed so severely going into that second half. I'm not really sure exactly how to put my finger on it, but Trix really just struggled to hold on to Banana to challenge, win challenges there consistently. And around top middle, it was touch and go for a long time as well.
So one round down. That run after they lost that 5-on-3 situation, it went downhill from there. Fnatic got confidence. They got the momentum in their favor. Literally ran away after that. Literally after that, it was just win for Fnatic.
Fnatic mode is back, and it was activated versus Trick. They 2-0'd Big, they 2-0'd Tricked, and they will look to 2-0 versus Pro tomorrow in the final to make it in that final slot to the finals in Arlington. I think that's going to be a very, very interesting matchup. Stylistically, I think that's pretty cool. Don't underestimate Virtus Pro. I think that's going to be an explosive matchup, and there may be huge swings in that match, but we will have to wait until tomorrow for that. Now, it is time for what I demanded, the HyperX X Factor play of the game. Show me JW, show me the vent, show me the ladder, show me the door, show me the frags. Yes. There we go. This is the most absurd thing we're going to see all day, I do believe, and it's JW at his best, which everybody has to be a fan of. Undeniable. Holds the angle, up goes the smoke. Here's the timing. Boom.
So unbelievable.
It's gorgeous. And he goes straight back into the vent because why not? It's like he lives there. It's like he's some kind of vent mole. Props to JW for that. That was fantastic, and it makes us all very happy. Now, North American Counter-Strike will begin in 10 minutes, but just before we go away for a break, don't forget there are cups in Europe and North America on the FACEIT platform, specifically for ECS. Type in ECS to your search bar, look for the organizer page, and all the information can be found there. If you don't have a full team, you can queue solo or with 2, 3, however many you have, and you'll be paired with other people looking for buddies to make a 5 with. So check those out. We will see you in about 10 minutes for a North American semi-final.